Hey guys, what's up? Shin055 back with another drawing video. Today's video, as you can tell from the title and the picture right here, is on Chip from Sonic Unleashed. And you see in the little corner here there, this video was requested by Phoenix Shock Animation. Thank you very much for the request, and yeah, we're just gonna be drawing Chip. Chip's a little weird for like Sonic characters. I don't know, he has kind of like he's more of like a Pixar-y type character rather than like a Sonic character, so there's a lot of differences, and yeah, he's a little bit of weird. He's a little weird one to draw, but yeah, but he's not too hard. So anyway guys, get your pencils ready and let's jump into it. Alright, let's go. Alright, so to start off with, like almost every drawing, is a big circle. So we're going to lightly draw in a pretty fair sized circle. Again, this is going to kind of primarily be his head. So you want to make it a good size. So after you get that in, you can draw in his ears, which I'm actually going to move the light a little bit. There we go. So we're going to go into his ears, which his ears, I can't speak today, are kind of like egg shape. Like just really big eggs that come off the side of his head. Kind of like this. Actually, that's more the size one. This ear is way too big. You want to make them big, but you don't want to make them like huge. And they're kind of longer than rounder, so something like that. And that's pretty much the gesture for his head. His body kind of curves around like this. And this is, again, where he's kind of weird in like a Sonic world and more of a Pixar-y world. Because his body's basically kind of like a sack, where it's like kind of like this. Kind of something like that. And then his legs come off of it here. Which this leg just kind of goes down like this, and then we could draw in the kind of foot, which looks like a shape like this. It's kind of one leg, and then the second leg just kind of goes out, and then up and around. And again, I'm just drawing this quick just to get like an idea of where the leg should be, and then kind of curves in like that. And then this arm just kind of goes out and around like this. And then his hand will be about there. And then this arm kind of goes out like that. And then his hand will be about that big. He actually has pretty small hands for his body. So yeah, that's pretty much the gesture you want. We're not sticking to this exactly, but it's pretty close. So now we got the gesture down, and let's jump into the face. So the face, you could draw the crosshairs like that. And I actually like starting out with kind of like his face shape, because it kind of goes out here and then curves down and in and then out, so you get like a shape that looks something like this. Make sure it's in the shot. And then kind of curves down and around, and then up. And then it kind of goes in a little bit and then around. And just kind of connect the two. So that's pretty much the face shape. It's no like, there's no like exact shape, but it kind of goes down and around. And just kind of follow the shape that I made. Probably figure it out, not too bad. Then once you get the face, kind of face outline in, you can kind of gauge how big his eyes should be. So this eye should be about And he has pretty big eyes, so that big. This eye should be about this big. And then for some more detail, you can kind of follow and darken the outline for this eye, and it kind of goes past the eye a little bit, and then starts here. Like this line goes past it, and then it goes around. And then this eye is just, you just follow the oval. Nothing special with it. You can draw a little eyebrow here, just kind of like a curve. And then a little curve line here for like the nose, because he's kind of like a dog, but we're looking at him head on, so you kind of don't see like where his face, like muzzle goes out. So you could just draw that in with like a curve line. And then a little circle for his nose, with a little half circle, and you could darken it in too. Like that. And then you can draw another oval here that is basically connected to this line. Then another oval here that is not connected. And then a little curve line there, a little curve line there. And then another little oval. And you can darken in that oval too. Like that. Again, he kind of looks like a mouse right now. Kind of very Chuck E. Cheese vibe. But, and now for his mouth, you just basically draw a curve line that goes down, and you kind of make like an M. Or, not even an M, a W type shape. It's an upside down M. Something like that. Like it curves down, up in the middle, down, and then up again. And then here you just kind of draw like a little U shape underneath. Kind of connects up. And then just a little rectangle for his teeth. And then one that goes in like this. Then another curve line here. And then just a curve line here for his tongue. And you can actually shade in like the negative space where his mouth would be. Shade in a little bit over here too. Like that. And then he has kind of like, I guess a mohawk you can call it. But it's basically just kind of like a teardrop shape for the first one. Or like a water drop. And then it curves in. Then there's another one here. And then you could just kind of draw like little spikes coming out. Kind of every which way. Again, it's kind of like a little fur mohawk on top. Like that. I'm going to zoom out just a tad, just so we can get his ears done. Which his ears are pretty easy. You just follow the shape you made. It's connected into the head, and then you just do a slightly smaller font like line that hugs this line. And then same thing on this side. Like that. And then for his face details, it's just kind of like a curve line here, and then it curves the other way, and then curves up and around. Like that. And then for his body, which is actually pretty easy, we basically got it down with the gesture, but he has like an orb necklace that he has on right here. And you just draw that by drawing like a big circle underneath his mouth. And then it kind of, his fur kind of curves over, like here, very similar to like silver, if you saw that video. And now we can kind of go into his body, which is just kind of big sack. And again, this is where he kind of like goes into Pixar-y. Doesn't really quite fit in with Sonic. I don't know. Even when I played Unleashed, I always saw him like not fitting in for some reason. I think it's just because he's drawn in a different style. So basically just kind of darken in some lines here and here. And then you could draw a little oval that kind of hugs the body shape like this for his stomach. And now I noticed his legs are actually way too long for his body. But that's okay, because that's what the gesture is for. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And for his leg, we're going to draw the same shape, but just kind of smaller. And then end it about here. Like that. But again, same type of shape. So you just curve a line in and around. The foot kind of just curves out. And then here's where you kind of just draw the foot shape. If you need like a reference, I know Spider-Man's, like if you look at the bottom of Spider-Man's foot, they draw it like this, where it's like a curved line in, then you kind of curve it in a little bit, and then out. Again, if you look at like the bottom of like the way, like in a Spider-Man comic, if you see like the bottom of his foot, that's the shape you want. So again, it's good to look up reference when you're drawing, because so you know you're drawing it accurately. And that's way off, it curves in too much. The foot's not long enough. There we go. That is much better. So you kind of get like a shape like this. And that's pretty much all it is for his foot. There's not a lot of detail in it. The only detail you have to put in is like this curve line, where his purple fur goes into his white fur. And then pretty much the same deal on this foot, except you see a little bit more of the side of it. And again, we're going to draw it a little bit shorter. This one isn't as bad. And you just kind of curve it up and around. And down and in. And again, you basically follow the gesture you made. Right there. And again, I noticed the foot's kind of off here. So just kind of beef that up a little bit. And again, that's why you draw light. Just so you know, like, hey, that looks a little off. And you just kind of follow the foot shape on the bottom here. But that's why you draw light. You look at something and it's kind of off, and you can erase it, you know? And then you can just darken in the curve line here. And now we can jump into his arms, but this arm is the easiest, so let's get that done. But you basically just follow the gesture you made. Like that. And a curve line here. Another one here. And then for his hand, the easiest way to do it is just kind of draw like a hook, like that. We'll zoom in a little bit. And then just kind of draw like a oval that kind of just wraps around. And then another little one, another one. And you just draw a little curve line here. And it makes it look like he's making a fist and it's bent. That's the easy way to do it. And again, curve line there. Oh, and we forgot the curve line over here. Silly me. On his foot. And then this arm, which this arm's a little tricky, because like he's holding it out like he's waving. So I just kind of jump in, and I kind of know how to draw it like an open hand like this, but you basically start out with an oval, and then the gesture would be kind of like this. And then the hands just are just straight lines going up like that. Draw 4 of them. And then a hand has a curve, like the fingertips and the knuckles on the fingers curve like this. So you know how big to make them. So after you get that done, you kind of just draw it in. Thumb goes out and around. You can kind of curve it in like that. For the thumb, and like the fatty part of the thumb inside the hand, or on the palm. And then this finger, you just kind of go up and around. Like that. And then another one. Actually, this curve needs to curve down a lot more. Like that. And then the last one, I go from this angle, and just kind of work it into the hand. And draw a little curve line, just show like the palm, and just little curve lines at the end of the fingertips, or at the start of the fingers, opposite the fingertips. And there you go, and I'll darken it in a little bit so you can just see it a little bit clearer. Again, it's not too hard, but it might take a little doing. And then his arm's just simply like this kind of big, just there's really no like form to it. It's kind of like this big, you know, sacky type shape. And then a curved line for the fur. And the only thing we need to do to finish up is the wings. And very similar to the ears, but a little bit longer. So you just kind of draw like ovals this time. So there's one wing, and then basically just draw a big circle for his tail, and then just put a spike at the end of it somewhere. And there you have it. That's pretty much how you draw a Chip from Sonic Unleashed. I cannot speak today. So yeah, that is pretty much all there is to it. He's a little weird, you know, he breaks away from like Sonic characters. He's drawn more of like a DreamWorks, character that you find in like a DreamWorks movie. But, even like the people in Unleashed were drawn like that. So that always felt weird. They kind of like changed styles mid-game without like changing Sonic. So a little weird, little clash art styles, but not too bad. And again, he's not really that hard to draw. Here is another kind of finished drawing. The one I drew was much bigger. But that's pretty much what it looks like when you're all, you know, done inking and drawing it in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you again, Phoenix Shock Animation, for the request. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can draw Chip now. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys like this video, you can leave a like. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave that in the comment section below. And if you also have requests, you can leave that in the comment section below as well. Basically what I do is I take your name and your request, put it on my list, and then when I make how to draw videos on a Sunday, I will hopefully pick yours and, you know, just draw it out. I make how to draw videos every Sunday, so you could go check those out. And other than that, Twitter, DeviantArt, Twitch, links in the description below, and that is pretty much it. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in some other video. Alright guys, thanks for watching, see you later, bye bye.